Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the bouncy egg experiment, which is where I put egg inside vinegar and wait a bit and then it turns into a very interesting thing. If you'd like to see more of my science experiment videos, you can check them out on my channel. There's one that I've done with chromatography and there's a few others coming along the way. And I will see you in the experiment zone. So I will tell you what you need. You need eggs, a cup, and white vinegar. I have two different types of vinegar since it's been specified that I need to use white vinegar, and I was a bit curious to see what it would happen if I used some different type of vinegar. So you will see the result in 2 days. So I will start off by putting the eggs inside the cups. The dogs are very excited outside. And I will start off by fully immersing the egg. Very, very strong smell. This is the white vinegar. And that is all. Welcome back! So today it has been 2 days since I put them into the vinegar, so I'm going to now take them out. So what you see here is the shell has started to peel off, and you can see how there's bubbles of carbon dioxide. This is because the calcium carbonate, which is mostly about 90 to 95% of the eggshell, is made out of calcium carbonate. And in the white vinegar there is acetic acid, I believe it's called, and this reacts with the calcium carbonate, which makes it dissolve, and this means there is a waste product of CO2 created. That is why you can see bubbles. So I will take it out. I will now... Ooh, it's very fragile. So by now it already is very, very squishy. So when you wash it off, you can start to see the membrane that is holding the egg together. That is not the shell, and it is very interesting because it feels like a bouncy ball, and it feels almost like a water balloon if you have ever had one of those water balloon fights. It's kind of scary because you feel like it's going to pop. And the outside kind of almost feels kind of brittle, some of it, which is unexpected because I'd expect it to be very, very smooth. So there we have the finished product of what we have so far. You can still see some of the white, but you can see the through that white membrane. I don't know if the white is supposed to be there, since I believe that it should have disappeared, but you can still see some of it start to come off. And once you, oh, I believe you have to rub it a bit more since it's starting to come out now. Oh yes, so apparently the membrane is definitely covered by a white sheet. And well, that is what happens when you wipe it a bit too hard. But you could have seen that there was getting slightly more translucent and you were starting to be able to see inside it. So even if it has broken, we can still look at the skin. The skin itself is looking quite interesting. We can see that it has translucence to it, which is very interesting in my opinion. And this would probably have reacted. I'm not sure if this hadn't been left long enough or it hadn't been covered all, since the white hadn't disappeared yet, and that is why I had to scrape it. But maybe you will have to immerse it with more white vinegar, or perhaps with stronger white vinegar for it to happen. So if you are going to the shop, perhaps look for the strongest option that you have. It also has a certain stretchiness to it, but it does rip quite easily. It's quite tough when you do it this way, but it does tear quite easily. So now I'm going to do it with the other vinegar that we had, and I already feel like it's much more fragile, to be very honest. I'm going to try and get rid of as much of the brown as I can and put it in the water. So similarly, it does have the shell breaking off, but it doesn't seem to have any reaction with the white membrane inside. But that is no surprise. If you are unfamiliar with the type of vinegar used, it was apple vinegar, and this, you can obviously see the difference between this one and the other one, which had translucent patches in it, and the acid doesn't seem to have reacted with the white membrane at all. But it does have the same type of texture, and the shell itself is not there anymore. So the calcium carbonate has still reacted with the acid and still made the similar carbon dioxide bubbles. But we'll try to, it is still very bouncy. So the membrane the white part doesn't seem to be coming off, but it is still bouncy and it's still slippery, and it is quite the outcome that I was expecting, which is great. And I believe that if we were to be able to take off the white membrane by using the white vinegar, we would have been able to see a bit of a translucent tint. Translucent, and we were planning to shine the light through it to see if there was a yolk. But if you are planning to do this at home, make sure you get a very dark room and make sure that you shine the light directly on the egg, because you will not be able to see it otherwise. Outside we can do a drop test. At the moment our neighbours are currently jamming out to some interesting music, so we've got to start quite low, we'll gradually get higher until we see how much it can take. Ooh. Ah! Well, there you have it. That was my experiment. I hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing if you would like to see more similar content and more science experiments. I will see you later. Bye!